Hello and welcome back to the next episode. Now, last time we have established us strongly on Mars. This time we are going to finish up the third base here, so we need a little bit more boost for it. And afterwards we go into the first space station and therefore start designing ships, basically. For which we are already starting preparing our technologies here. However, we don't really have a proper weapon currently. But yeah, we can solve everything at some point. So it's just about having everything in place to do something. Deep System Skywards is in our hands here. So we now see the alien stations and everything connected to it. So Charon, Nyx, Hydra, yeah. A lot of stuff in the hands of the aliens here, basically. And now, yeah, what do we want to do? We could go into lasers already. So prepare into high energy lasers here. What we also could do the heat management concepts to unlock the project towards Mercury already. So mission to Venus, mission to Mercury. That might be something. We don't need to do molten core here. We could go for the railguns again. But I'm somewhat leaning towards I would like to test out particle beams and lasers again. So actually let's do high energy lasers here. Or solar steamers would also be nice to get. Principle of space warfare is something we need eventually. Photonic computing is also something we need eventually. Targeting computer would be nice to have, actually. We want to go into the atomic manipulation because we want to go into antimatter research relatively quickly. Arrival markets is also something we maybe want to get relatively early. Targeting computer is nice. Okay, so many nice options. Let's go for high energy lasers here. And now let's invest into... No, actually let's invest into the high energy lasers because it's a very cheap one. So that we can pick another one. Ooh, Alien Origin is done. So let's do Alien Origin actually. Slowly over time now.
Initiating surveillance.
Can I please get this quest?
Since humanity's earliest days, we have marveled at the history above our heads. With childlike
Okay,
wonder we
and they
study
took biotechnology, which is not really useful. Alright. No, it is. It goes to space medicine and space agriculture, cybernetics even. So it's okay, but nothing we need urgently currently. So we don't need to rush here. So we can just do high energy lasers actually.
Public opinion is moving in our
Yeah,
direction.
and now we are going to just speed ahead again because we need more boost, get the station going, and then work towards a proper space station. Okay, finally we did the returned abductees objective. We now have multiple independent reports that the returned abduction victims are spying on high-level government, military, and economic affairs. Countries are being targeted indiscriminately, without concern for political stance or alliance. None of the returned abductees had any history of espionage or political activity. With our assistance, local police have intercepted and detained several abductees in the middle of these missions. Even in the harsh interrogation, they have without exception refused to divulge any explanation for their behavior. Their loyalty to their new masters is striking. The alien ability to control the human subjects, for they are clearly behind this, is both impressive and frightening. How are they doing it? Is this some function of the advanced technology? Whatever the answers, our positions appears grim. We need to learn more and quickly. Who knows how far the aliens' influence is already spread without our knowledge. So now we want alien operations to research whenever we can. Meanwhile, we have set up our third base here. So we have three.
Our people have taken control.
So we have 3 bases under construction on Mars now. And the next step would now be to make a space station. And
Standing by.
continue from there, basically. And
Pressure on their people.
Ready to go.
Where do you need me? We are taking
yeah.
power.
So basically, now around Earth, we need to... Isn't there a symbol for Earth here anymore? Ah, there. There's the Earth. It would cost us 1.5 boost to make a platform, so we have to save up a little bit, and then we make a platform with a solar panel and a space dock. Space dock has already been researched. Maybe we even make 2 space docks just to have a faster construction time there. So we're going to save up a little bit and then make that station. Especially we need some metal for making that. But basically that's what we want to do here. Yeah, let's jump forward a bit. Sadly, we have been still unlucky with our orcs here. We still need management. Administration, I mean. So we need management orcs, but we didn't get any properly currently. However, our industries here are developing nicely, so we don't really need to do much here anymore currently. And at the end of the year, we can unify with some of these states. We have to take back Lithuania actually, because we lost it, but that's something we can solve. So, yeah, we continue jumping forward here to see the fruits of our labor basically and get the preparations going here. Okay, here we are in October 24. We are slightly above our control cap currently, but we are going to do 2 unifications in this mission phase,
Offering counsel.
which will reduce that significantly. And there's also the big question now, what do we want to use as ship weapons? What? What? They stole something from us? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we should probably start hiding our guys, at least temporarily,
We've hit them where it hurts.
so that Humanity First doesn't see us. And... okay. So we need to do something here. What do we want to do? Let's destroy it actually, right? So there's a 20% chance we get science. Ah, come on, let's seal off the area. Okay, nothing happened. Fine.
Mission complete.
Okay, now we can unify with Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan. Oh, Finland also finished its space program for us. So they can do a little bit of boost here. But first and foremost, advance their economy further, so that we can get more mission control. We also do the Uzbekistan unification now. And now we are almost at cap again, 267 of 260. So that was quite useful. And we gained about 40 million people into our main realm here, into the Eurasian Union by now. That's really nice. And we can probably continue unifying relatively soon. Yeah, we do have Azerbaijan this year, like in 1 month, and Georgia and Lithuania in the next year. And we can also still take out Tajikistan here, which is currently under the hands of the resistance. Oh, actually we are allies in China as well. So we have to take it over temporarily to get rid of the alliances, but fine. We can do this. Now the big question, what I was saying, is that we need to decide on some kind of weapon here for our ships. We could go for a better... We could go for a better rocket. That might be something actually. Okay, new orcs. There's still no... Okay, we have to take this one though. Because that's 5% research, basically. Obsidian Fund. Probably not worth it. Yeah, what I was saying is that we need to have some kind of weapon on our ships. Command. Can't hurt. Then you have an alternative option because this one gives assault alien asset. And we do have influence, so why not? Also, that gives us +1 control point. So. We sadly lost the technology here, which was the laser technology. So it was the high energy lasers. Someone was able to get ahead of us. I am considering to go into lasers roughly, but we need directed energy warfare for this. And then we can do the infrared combat lasers here, and also the particle beams. Both of them I really like, and I do want to test them out, so I think I want to go into this direction here. So then we also have the point defense. Let's see, where is that actually? The laser point defense. Come on. Point defense array. Infrared combat lasers. So that's exactly what we just were looking at. Yeah, we want to get the infrared combat lasers, for which we need the directed energy warfare doctrine. Okay, so we have to get somehow in charge of one global technology and then direct them to lasers. And that's the stuff we want to build to take out the first alien ship. We also made 2 stations here, Spaceport 1 and Spaceport 2. They both have a Xenology lab additionally on it, which provides us with a little bit of boost to research. But basically, we now continue to prepare for the next steps here. So, we can't take Arrival International Relations here, due to the fact that someone else is going to get it. Same with biotechnology, where the servants get it. Advanced heat management we might be able to get, but we can also see what will be picked after Arrival International laws, which will be interesting to see, basically. And until then, we basically don't have much to do here. So, we have everything set up. We have space stations, we have a spaceport almost finished. We have 3 bases on Mars getting constructed. We are on our way to unlock Mercury by going into heat management, then into Venus, then into Mercury. That's something we want. We also make nuclear freighters, which is going to be useful because then the boost costs go down, so we can actually send something towards Mercury and make a station there. Alien operations is also almost done, so we can try to find the agents of the aliens. However, we are still lacking orcs to actually take them out if we want to. However, we are making decent progress, and I think in general we are really well off currently. Also, no other faction has yet arrived on Mars, so maybe we want to pull up a 4th base here. We have the 14 fissiles one, but maybe we want to pick another one of the noble metals here, or alternatively one of the high volatiles and stuff things here, like the Argaea Planitia, or maybe something like one of these here, 10.4 fissiles again. Tantalus is maybe also a very attractive option, for which we would need 10 boosts to send stuff there. So I do think that I want to do this. So let's do one more mission phase and send our 4th base towards Mars. So actually you're going to survey here.
Setting a watch.
Ready for my mission.
And Louis, you're going
Ready
to
for your orders.
investigate. Yeah, investigate.
Wait to the target site.
We are
Ready for orders.
advising here already. There's no more unifications in these months or weeks right now. So we can just focus on stabilizing basically, or rather we have to go to ground here
Going off the grid.
before we lose even
Standing by
more
for orders.
orcs basically.
Going into hiding.
Okay, so let's do this here.
Eyes up.
And that's our spaceport here getting finished.
Initiating deep cover.
Of course,
Offering support.
that puts us into a resource deficit, but that's going to be fine for the moment. It's mostly about the volatiles. So, we have 10. Okay, let's go to Mars again. And drop down. Oh, 10.6. Okay, 10.6. So we have to wait a bit. Alien operations is done. Nice. So now we can try to get the...
This appears to be some kind of hostile takeover effort on the part of the aliens.
We have our breakthrough and the news is troubling. The countries previously targeted by alien abductions are now displaying sudden and dramatic shift towards a pro-alien viewpoint, with key figures in public and private spheres disappearing or being fired while pro-alien figures take their place. Most disturbing are the cases where the figures are not being replaced but are instead undergoing what can only be described as a total shift in personality. Public figures who in the past have advocated for national independence or other ideologies are now suddenly declaring fervent support for the aliens. In several cases, figures who are or were sympathetic to our cause have undergone this sudden shift. In all cases, they have cut off communication immediately and refused to answer our requests for information. It is clear that the aliens have some method of influencing or controlling humans that is beyond anything available to us. By our current projections, if they are left to expand their influence unchecked, they will come to dominate Earth in a few years at most. The alien method of influence is the key to this conflict, and all of our resources should be devoted towards understanding it. So we have activated the alien threat monitor now. And we want to research alien movements when we can. And we want to complete means to an end. And we have to get ferrocides. And we do have patrol vessels unlocked now. We want to... What do we want to research now? Patrol vessels? Probably not yet. We could start on the solid core fission reactor. Or we could do the battery. The beta run. Maybe. Or the alien origin. No, let's do the battery actually. And we do the tech and the nuclear freighters while we wait. And now we can make our new base here, which is going to be the Tantalus. It was Tantalus, yes. Tantalus Fosse. Another 10 fissiles, a lot of water, and decent other things. 319 days. That's fine. And then we can wait for our boost income to go up and our resources to go up for making this base possible, basically.
We'll be ready for new orders.
While we try to get towards a proper weapon for our ship here. Yeah, and with that we are going to cut this episode. So the next one we are pushing science forward to get our weapons unlocked, but also get prepared to jump to Mercury and everything at the same time, basically, while we continue to enlarge our nice Eurasian Union. We also have on the horizon behind Arrival International Relations the Restored Warsaw Pact, which allows us to make more claims here in the West, which we want to, of course, take if we can. However, we would need to take stuff out of the Eurasian Union, out of the European Union. Actually, Slovakia and Czech Republic already have left, so we can start working in this direction when we want to. Problem, however, is that we are not really in control of some of these things here, which is, of course, a problem. But if we can pull out Latvia and Estonia out of the European Union, we're probably going to declare war here and just take them forcefully, which is in the end faster, in my opinion, than trying to do this peacefully like we did it with Lithuania, although in 140 days we can probably merge that one up. But in regards to claims, we are already really well progressed. So Baku is going to be one of the next ones to merge, same with Tbilisi. And then Dushanbe is something we are going to conquer soon. And then it's all into Europe, basically. And meanwhile, we are also slowly going towards the Great Nations project, which is also behind this Arrival International Law Relations thing here. So, unity movements. which will get us to what we need. Yeah, nice progress for 24 so far, and it will only speed up from here. Therefore, leave a like and see you in the next episode.